Oh goodness. Let's take care of that mess, huh? That looks better. Hi there. This is Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet, and welcome to my yarn room today. I'm in the yarn room because I had to pick up some yarns because I finished a project. And there's going to be a new project. I got a couple of hashtags to talk about. And so I thought, let's do it in the yarn room. Better lighting in here than the other room I was going to do it in. So I want to welcome you all and thank you all for coming. And I hope you enjoy being in here. I haven't done any packing for a couple of whiles of yarn in here, getting ready for the move. And when you really look at what I've done, you're like, you can't tell. So that's kind of disappointing. The thing is, the bags get big and heavy that I'm packing in, and that's then I can't move them because I'm not that stable. But that's okay. This video is not about that. This video is first and foremost, have you heard the new shenanigans going on with Laura and Jan? Yep, they started, I believe it is hashtag Wednesday Wipeout, the year of dishcloths. She started it earlier than what we anticipated, and this first week is this cute little penguin, and this is a year of dishcloths from Annie's Crochet, and I believe you can get the book on Annie's, but you can also get it on Amazon. I believe that's where mine came from. And Amazon, you get it in a couple days or a day, or whatever. I have a hub right around the corner. We are starting there, and the book is beautiful. The pictures are great. The instructions so far, one done, really good. We're doing them by we're going to do the whole year, one dishcloth a week, but the book is divided by seasons, and we're starting with winter because it's fall now, so that way when winter comes, all of your winter dishcloths will be done, and dishcloths, washcloths, whatever you want. So the first one that we're doing, I want to see if there's a bigger picture. No, okay. So don't look at anything you're not supposed to look at. Just look at that. Is the penguin. Oops, I just lost my bookmarker, which is just a tie twisty. That's a gold tie twisty. So anyway, the first one is this cute little penguin. And I'm going to move my bookmarker now that you've seen the cute little penguin. It's only like 5 rounds, and then you have to make the eyes and the nose, or the eyes and the beak and whatever. I really kind of worked on it last night during the Boggy Creek Blanket, when he was doing lots of blankets at one time. I could crochet a little bit in between. Not a great deal because I am still reading the chat and you have to follow the pattern. So, I didn't get it done, but I did. You could. It would have been plenty of time to do it. It did not take long. I think it turned out really cute. I used a 5mm hook, and it's got this little mouth is 3D. I had trouble with the beak, but then I've heard others had trouble with the beak as well. So Wipeout Wednesday, first washcloth. This is 100% cotton. Well, what did I use? I used the black with the sparkle in it, which I thought was cute. Give him a little bit of a shine. And this is Premier Home cotton. And let's see. This is 490 yards, 9.87 ounces. So it's 83% cotton, 15% polyester, and 2% acrylic. The metallic. Would you wash your body with it? You don't feel the metallic. You could. Would you make a pot holder out of it? I wouldn't. Not because of the polyester, because it's only 15%, but the metal will melt if you wanted to use this particular kind. I would use it and have used the Premier Home Cotton that's 8515. I have used that for pot holders all the time and don't have a problem with it because a dishcloth size thing could also be used as a pot holder if you make it thick enough or whatever, but I wouldn't use the yarn with the metallic in it to do that. These I got, they were like $5 or something a couple of years ago from Premier on clearance, and I bought every one that I could. So I have a couple of these blacks. You'll see this a lot. But it's soft. I mean, if you wanted to make this into a washcloth and wash your face with it, you could do that. If you wanted it as a dishcloth, there would be no problem. So anyway, the black is this, including the eyes, because I thought that was cool to they have a little bit of sheen to them. Then the yellow for the beak is just cotton. This is also a Premier, but I got this at the Dollar Tree. And this is scrap from when I made a tote from Luck of the Draw. I don't know, previous Luck of the Draw. I made a couple of tote bags, which turned out really cool. And they were, like, the main color was white, and then I had, well, the white variegated, and then I had solid colors that were like window rows on it. They turned out really adorable, and I loved them. And then the white that I used is this white. This is Sugar and Cream, and it is 100% cotton. And remember, if you guys have been around a while, you might remember last fall, must have been in the fall, or was it early spring? I don't know. But you know what? It was early spring. They had at our county, where we have the Berea Fairgrounds. It's Cuyahoga County Fairgrounds. I live in Northern Ohio. And they had a de-stash your craft weekend. It might even been one day. I don't know. But I went. I was so excited to hear about it and find it. And I got the best deals on yarn. And I paid 50 cents for this. So that was a heck of a deal. They were just de-stashing. She didn't need this stuff anymore. So this is hashtag Wednesday Wipeout, which I think is such a cute name. And literally, I think you could make this particular washcloth in probably, I don't know, 45 minutes. Lynanne pretty much did, I think. Next week, just to show you, because I pulled the yarn out already, that's what I was yarn shopping for in my stash. So I'll show you that too, and then you'll just get repeated next week. It's a gingerbread house. Look at that, how cute, right? Adorbs. So, because I wanted to be able to put the yarn away that I don't need and get out yarn that I do need. So I'm going to keep the white because the gingerbread house has white. I pulled out a brown, and it's probably the same yarn. So I pulled out the brown. The candy canes are white and red, so I'm going to use this, which is Premier, that same Premier Home Cotton with the red, with the glitter, but in red with a gold glitter. So that's going to be the candy canes, and I'll do the white with that. And then the house will be brown, and then it had like gumdrops on the like snowy roof, and I'm going to make the gumdrops out of this, because I think that would be fun gumdrops. At least I think that's what I'm going to make it out of. That's what I've pulled out. I have a yellow orange variegated, but I like this one because, you know, it's purple, and purple's my favorite colors. So, and pink, which is also a favorite color. So I'm thinking this is going to be gumdrops. I think that would be a cool gumdrop. So that's going to be, and then these are going back to get put away for the next time that they need to be used. And this is washcloth number 1 down. And I think it's adorable. I have to take a picture and send it in to Laura for her slideshow. I think it goes, I'm not sure where the picture goes. It doesn't go to Hooker versus Hooker. I'm going to have to ask her. But if you are participating and you want to be on the slideshow, just like her Hat Botapalooza thing, you know, it's just a crochet along. You don't do it for a prize or anything. You just do it to do it. But then she puts a slideshow together, or she's going to. So this is my project, and I love it. And maybe I will hang it up here. I don't know. I don't know where I'm putting them at this point. You know, It's always something. So I'm going to lay them there for now. I know my daughter has designs on the washcloths already for whatever. So I did finish my hooker versus hooker, which is another hashtag, hooker versus hooker, and another more shenanigans with Jan, an Alaskan crafter, and Laura, Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I can't show it to you because I am a contestant this time, and but I did finish it. So I am done with that for until next time. So I'm real happy about that. And it is time. It is Thursday. Today is Thursday, and this is Luck of the Draw. Hashtag Luck of the Draw 9 Boggy Creek Edition. If you have not participated in Luck of the Draw, it is so fun. It's another crochet along. Well, all of these crochet alongs are fun, and they're just crochet alongs. So hooker versus hooker, I didn't like dwell on that. I would hope that you've heard of it by now. And that's Laura and Jan, and it's a project that you make based on specific colors and specific, supposed to be a broad, not a specific, but a broad idea, and then everybody gets to create their own design, whatever they want to make. You can use a tutorial or a pattern, but you know, and then it's a competition for bragging rights to see who created the best thing. I'm sure Laura and I are going to be fighting for 4th place. My project is cute. I mean, we had to do a scarecrow, so there's that. You have to make a scarecrow this time. Usually it's like you have to make something Halloween themed or fall themed or whatever, but the pickers got very specific, and we're doing scarecrows. And I did do a scarecrow, and it could be a wall hanging, it could be an amigurumi, it could be a placemat, it could be a grafgan, it could be whatever you decide, but it has to contain a full-bodied scarecrow. And I did find something that I thought was really cute. I needed to be able to use more colors for it to be as cute as it could be. But he's done. It's done. It's done. And I'm in there for the reveal, waiting for that. So now we're into hashtag hooker, or for this video, we're into hashtag Luck of the Draw 9 Boggy Creek Edition. The last Luck of the Draw was also a Boggy Creek Edition and limited to 10 weeks, where normally they are 20 weeks when Nan does them, who is the creator of Luck of the Draw. And you make whatever you want to make, and you have a main color, and then you have 8 other colors, and that's where the Luck of the Draw comes in, because you number those colors, and every week she draws a color, a number, and you add your main color and corresponding color, number color, to your project. So the way the colors come out is the Luck of the Draw. Because it's a shortened, only 10 weeks, I didn't want to use 8 colors because I wanted my colors to come out more frequently. So I numbered each color with 2 numbers, and I'm crossing my fingers for the Luck of the Draw. When you draw number 1, the next week that number does not go back in. You only have 7 numbers to draw from, because you don't want to do multiple colors in a row. You don't want, and then, you know, what if it comes up 3 times in a row, and then you got this big, you know, number 1 color all the time. We don't want that to happen. So you draw number 1 this week, number 1 does not go back into the draw next week. But each of my colors have 2 numbers, so it could be number 1 and number 5 on this one. And so if number 1 is drawn this week, it won't be drawn next week, but number 5 might, and for me that might be the same color. And I thought that happened already, but it did not, luckily, and it has, knock on wood, not happened again this week. So I'm real excited about that. But for me, this is a duplicate color that's coming up for week 4. For week 3, I don't know that I even showed you the color, because I thought it was a duplicate and I wasn't going to use it 2 weeks in a row. And I was just going to substitute and switch them from week 3 to week 4. Does that make sense? So anyway, I didn't show it to you last time. So this is week 1, and then this is week 2, and now this is week 3, and I'm loving it. This black yarn is, I think it's a Red Heart, but it was called Dreamweaver, and I got it at the discount, and it is just falling apart and making a huge mess. I'm trying to keep it as neat as possible, but it's like Red Heart Super Saver. All these are 4-weight. These are, the yellow and the green are Big Twist. This is, the pink is, I think this is Michael's brand. And the color is Elusive. The color is Neon Pink. Now my color for this week is back to the yellow. And I think this is highlighter yellow, or is it varsity yellow? It is safety yellow. So the number that corresponds for me this week will be the safety yellow. So the safety yellow is going to go back on here. And then I am doing 2 rows of the black and then 2 rows of the color. So the draw color of the week. And so I like to finish with last week's color. I mean the black, put the black on before. So I don't have to start with it. I get to start with my new bright color. And then I'll add, I'm doing 5 rows and then 2 rows of the black. So I will add the yellow, and then I'll go to 2 rows of black, and it'll be ready again for week 5. This doesn't take very long to do. I decided to do, this is Trisha's Fireside Cabin, which is a Boggy Creek design that she came up with just for Boggy Creek. I am loving this stitch. It's a 2-row repeat, really easy, and it's going to be such a cute blanket for the kids, don't you think? I'm totally loving it. And I will finish this, and I don't know if I'll show it to you once the yellow is back on there. Probably. I'll probably show it to you before the next draw. I don't know if I do depends on what I do in the videos over the next week. I got my dishcloths ready. So I need to stick this in a bag for dishcloth readiness. I spoke with Laura about the Illusions blanket, and I'm just going to bring this up because the book is here. She wanted to do the Floating Diamonds pattern, which is this one here. And you can't really see how the diamonds float in this little tiny picture, but this, if you wanted to participate in doing the Illusions blanket, I think we're not starting it till January. We want to get through Christmas and whatever stuff we already have going on before we start this, so I'm really excited about that. So, but if you want to do it in January, hey, Christmas wish list, if you don't have the book already, Christmas is coming and you'll have time to get the book for Christmas and start in January on making these illusion blankets. And I'm going to tell you, I think you get this book off of Amazon. They all have a graph to follow, which looks really complicated, but from doing the Cat's Meow blanket, which yes, mine is not done, it does also, like, it does have the pattern written out, you know, 8 stitches of this color, 15 stitches of that color, and I'm going to tell you that makes doing this kind of blanket so much easier. I won't carry the yarn, I don't think, because but I have time to figure that out by January. But if you want to participate, they are putting it off till January, and I said yes, then I'm definitely in. I'm gonna, you know, make sure that I have time in my crochet schedule to be able to do that, because I got the book and I want to use it, and I want to participate because I like participating, but I didn't know. So it won't be a Boggy Creek blanket this year, but not all blankets have to be Boggy Creek. So let's go with that. But it will probably, you know, I should be able to have it done for next year, and maybe a couple of them out of that book, which would be really awesome, to do cool blankets that look like that out of the book. So you can always crochet ahead for Boggy Creek. And if you don't know, I'm, you know, get out from under the rock, because I've been talking about Boggy Creek now for 3 years, but we're at the collection point of blankets on that. We do a collection and show the blankets every Wednesday on, it would be my channel, Nancy from She's Got Yarn, her channel, Lynanne from Nina's Knots Crochet, or Juan the Yarn Addict. The four of us are the spokespeople, I guess is what you want to call us, the Fearsome Four. We are the ones collecting the blankets. Well, I'm not physically collecting. I'm just keeping track because I don't know where I'm going to be come the end of the year. Beginning of the year, we want to travel, and we're retiring. So I like, don't send them to me because I don't know where I'll be. And I definitely don't need blankets piling up because I'm trying to pack and unload things. So that's okay. Juan is more than happy to collect them, and Nancy is more than happy to collect them. And their mailing information is in the description box below. Lynanne is collecting squares 6x6 to make blankets with for Boggy Creek. Billie, the crafty Floridian, is collecting 5x5 squares with specific themes. Halloween, St. Patrick's Day, and Christmas to make Boggy Creek blankets. Their information is in the description box below as well. Laura and Jan's information is in the description box below to catch up on their shenanigans and their crochet alongs that they're sponsoring. Boggy Creek, by the way, it's a camp for chronically ill children, and while they're at camp, they get a blanket laid out on their bed that's hand crocheted or knitted, and they get to take that blanket home with them as a reminder, as a keepsake. So we ask that you do it out of very washable material and no animal fibers, because they might be allergic. They already have chronic illnesses. We don't need to add allergies to the mix. Oh, excuse me. It is a free camp for the kids that have chronic illnesses, and they have a trauma center there. They have medical staff there for these kids. It is the coolest ever thing. Their videos in the description box, and we have a swag shop for them also in the description box. So get your Boggy Blanket Brigade swag if you want to. All the proceeds go directly to Boggy Creek. We handle no merchandise, no money. Everything goes through Teesprings and directly to Boggy Creek. So that's really cool. That's all I have to say about Boggy Creek. I don't want all my videos to be about Boggy Creek, honest to God. You wouldn't know that because I do mention it in all my videos, but it's near and dear to my heart, and it is collection time at this time of the year. So it is what it is. And I do specifically buy yarn for Boggy Creek. I have so much yarn that I have specifically bought to make Boggy Creek blankets out of. I can make them till I'm 100 and not run out of yarn for them. I know, it's kind of funny. So anyway, that's where we're at with Luck of the Draw. When I get downstairs, I'm going to do my Luck of the Draw. This is in my Enjoy the Life. Let's see. Enjoy the little things. That's what it says, not life things. Enjoy the little things bag. And this is a really nice canvas bag. It's a 31 bag. I don't know where I got it from, but I really like it. Apparently I got it from 31. I don't know if they still make that bag. I don't know. Do they still sell 31? That's a nice bag. If they canvas bag, really like it. Boggy Creek Swag has a tote bag too, just in case you're interested. We are gonna start really soon the pick your project. I don't know what we're really gonna call it. I guess we're having a meeting tonight in Zoom, and we're gonna start with the Zoom girls and give it a whirl and see how it goes. And so you'll be seeing that video out, I hope, real soon. We'll have to do some yarn shopping because just to fill you in if you haven't heard, I have yarn. Yeah, we all know I have yarn, but yarn like, I got this yarn from Majestic Meadows. It's hand actually, I think it's not even dyed. I think this yarn is natural color llama. Alpacas. Yeah, this is fingering weight, 200 yards, natural alpaca. I went to this alpaca farm maybe a year and a half ago, during the summer last year, I believe it was, and I bought this hand done. I mean, this is, I petted the llama or the alpaca that this came off of. It was a hands-on farm. You could actually interact with the alpacas, and you could touch them. Oh my goodness, it's so soft. And so this is like a special yarn because I actually probably petted this specific alpaca. So we all have yarn like this, that it's like, it might not necessarily be this particular hank that I use, but we all have yarns, or a lot of us have yarns, and that are special to you for whatever reason. And so you're like holding those special for that special project, and the special project never comes along. Either you don't, for whatever reason. So we're going to hold ourselves accountable. We're going to pick our own yarn out of our own yarn stash, and we're going to say, I want to make something out of this wonderful, wonderful yarn. I have 200 yards of this alpaca, and we're going to pair up with somebody else in the group that wants to participate, and we're going to pick a project, 2 projects that they get their choice, because this is special yarn. So, if I'm picking for you and I think you're going to really love this project, and you're like, oh God, you want me to use my special yarn for that? No, we don't want that. We want you to use your special yarn for something special for you or someone else even, like I bought this yarn thinking my daughter would love something made out of this color. Okay, so what does your daughter like? And, we will pick 2 projects for our friend to decide what they want to make out of their special yarn. But we're gonna come up live. We can only have so many people on live at a time, so we'll just bring people up in the pairs, and they can show the yarn, and then we're gonna ask you to also help us pick a project, and we'll get like a week, and we can sort through the projects that you guys come up with, projects that we come up with on ourselves for our partner, and then we will reveal those 2 projects the next week and give ourselves a few weeks to make the project. Probably a lot of it's going to be fingering weight yarn, small yarn, because that's usually when you get hand dyed specialty kind of yarns. They're usually the smaller weight yarns. But maybe you got a lot of it, and so projects might take a long time. This, I have 200 yards. This probably is not the yarn that I'm going to start with, but I also have this. This is Egyptian cotton. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? But I have one skein, and it's really cool yarn, and it's really soft, and it's my only Egyptian cotton, so that would be like another specialty yarn for me. There's a lot of it, a lot more than mercerized Egyptian cotton. I don't know how much there is of this. I'd have to take the ball band apart, and I don't want to do that right now. But like, maybe that would be, because look at those colors. Isn't that cool? I got this. This is, you can see this, $15.25. You see that sticker? I paid $3 for it. I got that at the D Stash. Yes. Oh God, there was so much wool yarn. You guys would have gone crazy. And honestly, when I got home, I said I should have bought everything that one woman had, because I can't use wool necessarily. I could probably use mercerized, superwashed merino. I maybe could get away with. It makes me cough, and so I don't, working with wool makes me cough. So that makes me think things in my throat, and then I'm just like, why risk it? But I do have, and I will risk it, because I do have some mercerized that eventually, if this pick your pick my project works, and when we all enjoy doing it, um, I eventually will have to get to the wool yarn. But I'm kind of putting it off, to be quite honest with you. I know I'm going to put it off to start with, but I have other yarns. I just had some sitting over here. This is cotton yarn. This is done by, oh gosh, Crochet in Agreement. I think this is her Hugs Are Free yarn. Isn't that gorgeous? I think she dyed this for when Sharon died, when we lost Sharon. And I think maybe Jaxie from Creations by Jax had something to do with that. So, you know, I mean, and it doesn't have to be a hand-dyed yarn for it to be your specialty yarn or your special yarn. Like, that's cotton and it is hand-dyed, but I mean, it's special to me because of Jaxie and Sharon, not because it's the hand-dyed cotton as much as because of, you know, something special because of Jaxie and Sharon. So that could be why you have this special yarn. It was given to me by someone special to me. I have this acrylic paint box. Madonna gave me this yarn. It's just red yarn, paint box. I never had paint box yarn. This is the only paint box I've ever had. It's really soft. I really like it. But because Madonna gave it to me, I'm not just going to throw it in a Boggy Creek blanket and give it away. Because Madonna is special to me, therefore this yarn is special to me. So maybe this will be one of the yarns. Like, I would want something that I could hold dear made out of this yarn. Because you know me, I'm a sentimental crying kind of fool. So that being said, Madonna's yarn that she gifted me would be special to me, even though it's just acrylic paint box. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be hand-dyed specialty yarn. It could just be special because it's from Madonna. So anyway, all that being said, isn't he cute? I love him. He's a really cute little happy, make you happy elephant, isn't he? I wish I had yarn that looked like that. Like with the flowers and everything already on it. Really, and hearts. And flowers with hearts. So cute. Very, what, 1970s, right? But it's new. So it's not hanging around from the 1970s. Anyway, he was sitting on top of some of the yarn I wanted to show you. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. And I think it's going to be fun. So look for that coming up maybe next week. I don't know. Maybe October. I want to get a couple of my personally, I want to get a couple of the things I'm working on done before I start that. But we are going to have a meeting, and I think we're going to like finalize and pick names. So it might start next week. Cross your fingers, because I think it'll be really fun. I hope it'll be really fun, and it'll be really kind of cool to work with your specialty yarns, but I am going to have to like pick one. I'm looking at all these beautiful yarns I have that I haven't ever used, you know, and maybe I'll just do a video, and I'm going to pack them, like not over the weekend because we're going to be at the camper all weekend, but soon I want to pack them, but I'm going to put them like someplace special where I can get to them for the pick my project, because they need to get packed, but they also need to be out front and center where I can play with them, and I'm anxious to play with them. So okay, that's what I have for today's video, and because now I'm just going to be rambling, you know me, I can go on forever. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for hanging out, liking, sharing, join in on the hashtags if you so desire, because they are kind of fun, and it gives you something to do. There is a Boggy Creek playlist for everybody that has been on and showed a blanket or two. We have a couple of creators that have done more than one. As I said, I said in the last video, I'm ripping out the Tunisian blanket. I have Lynanne's permission, and I am going to do one of Angela, My Precious Yarnery. She did one that's 2-row repeated. I started watching the tutorial, and I am loving the stitch. And I'm going to use that Tunisian yarn, the yarn that I was doing with the Tunisian. I'm going to use that to do Angela's blanket, and I'm real excited to do it. I can't remember the name of it, but it is in the playlist. I think it's Be Kindness, Be Friends. It's not the one with the squares, and it's not the Christmas one, so it's the other one. But the playlist is in all my videos, and it's called Boggy Creek Blanket Tutorials, which is another challenge that we have going on. I'm sorry, real quick, I'll throw this in. If you are a podcaster and you want to design a blanket for Boggy Creek that meets the measurements for Boggy Creek, feel free to do so. We greatly, greatly encourage you to do so. Design it, make a tutorial. Then let Juan know that you have done that, because he's in charge. That's one of his jobs, is to be in charge of who's creating. I created the playlist. I'll put your blanket in there. But you come up on our panel on Wednesday and you reveal your blanket, and we will, offer that to all of our viewers and subscribers to make Boggy Creek blankets, or blankets for any other reason, of course. But obviously we're promoting Boggy Creek, so that's like our main thing. So it would help drive people to your video, hopefully. Maybe new subscribers, watch hours for you as the designer, give our Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade another blanket to try, because they're always interested in trying new blankets, and get more blankets for the kids. So win-win-win situation. And so far, I think we've had a pretty awesome response. But yet we're encouraging more and more. Please, 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 if you are a podcaster and you want to do that. Now, the tutorial has to be obviously a free tutorial. If you want to write the pattern, we also ask that you make the pattern free as well. But do the tutorial, because we want to help drive business to your channel in appreciation for designing a blanket for us. So, okay, there. I've said it all. I will go now. Honest to God. I see ya. I love ya. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.